In this video, I'll be going over the process of creating the node feature definitions. On my screen, I have the list of feature definitions I'm going to create. I'm going to be starting with inlets, which I have here in bold. And I'm going to start by creating the folder path first inside of OpenRoots, and then I'll create the individual feature definitions. So here underneath feature definitions, drainage and utilities, and then node, I've started out this folder structure. So underneath type B, I'm going to right click and create a new feature definition. And then for the description, I'm going to use the Slater for annotation purposes. So I'm going to modify it to what I want it to be annotated as. Then for the name seed, this is going to be INLT1. Next, I'll move into the node settings. So for the default height, I'm going to set that to 1. This is going to mean that the default height is going to be set from the 3D cell model, as this is going to be lower than that value. I do want to use the slope of surface, and then the structure type, I want to refer to the standard drawing to see what we're working with. So this is going to be a combination inlet where I have a curb opening as well as a grate. I do want to use the roadway cross slope. And then I'm going to set the offset, and what the offset value is going to give me is how far from the placement point out along that alignment line that I'm going to grab elevations to get a cross slope. So I want to at least make sure that I'm far enough to get out of the gutter pan. I'm going to set that to 2.5 feet. The network type I'll leave as stormwater only. And then the prototypes I'm going to be setting later. So I'll come back to that. And if you'd like more information on the node settings, there is a video called Drainage and Utility Node Settings you can refer to. Next, I'll set my point feature symbology. My connection region symbology. And the solid feature symbology. So from here, I'm going to copy this feature definition out, rename it, and then a lot of these settings are going to be the same. So I'm going to leave all of this alone since we're still working with the type B inlet, and then I'll just go and change my point and solid feature symbology. I'm going to continue this process until I finish with all of my type B inlets. So I've finished with the inlets. All of my type Bs are going to be inlet combined. And then C and D are going to be inlet grate, where it has a grate only. And then L and M are also grate only. And then type S is going to be a curb opening. So I have finished with my inlets, and next I'll move on to manholes. So here in bold I have a list of feature definitions I'm going to be creating as manholes. I'll start with the first one. So I have my folder structure started, and then I'm going to right click and create that new feature definition. And we'll get the first one started. Go ahead and set the description and name seed. Same as inlets, we're going to use a default height of 1 here. And then we have use slope of surface set to true. I set the structure type to manhole, and then went ahead and set the point, connection, and solid feature symbologies. And now from here I'm going to just start copying out this feature definition and then just making the modifications for each one. So I finished building out all of the manhole feature definitions. And next I'm going to move into a head wall example.